Everybody wants to know your plan. Everybody wants you to explain why you moving the way you moving, why you taking the long route, why you not loud about your next move. Listen to me, you don't owe clarity to people who never carried your confusion. You don't owe explanations to folks who weren't there when you were doubting yourself at 2 a.m., when you were tired, broke, unsure, and still showed up. Stop wasting energy trying to convince people who already decided to misunderstand you. Silence is not you hiding, it's you locking in. See, when you explain yourself too much, you give your power away. You start defending dreams that were never meant to be debated. You start talking instead of building, and talking feels productive, but it ain't progress. Progress is lonely. Progress is quiet. Progress is when nobody sees you coming because you too busy working to announce yourself. While they sitting around discussing what you can't do, you stacking discipline. While they scrolling, you sweating. While they sleeping, you sharpening your craft. That's how you shut the noise down, not with words, but with work. Understand this. Doubt is loud, but effort is louder. Opinions travel fast, but results travel farther. Anybody can talk, anybody can criticize, anybody can tell you what they think you should be doing with your life. But very few people are willing to do the work required to earn a voice, so don't get caught in the trap of responding to every comment, every doubt, every sideways look. Every time you respond, you slow yourself down. Every time you explain, you step out of focus. Silence keeps you sharp. Silence keeps you hungry. Silence keeps you moving forward when distractions are trying to pull you backward. There's a season where you don't clap back, you clock in. There's a season where you don't post, you practice. There's a season where you don't prove anything verbally. You let the grind handle it, because the grind has receipts. The grind keeps score, the grind doesn't need approval, and when you commit to that level of focus, something shifts. You stop needing validation, you stop needing permission, you stop caring who believes because you're too busy becoming. Let me be real with you, people will doubt you even when you explain yourself perfectly, so why waste breath? Let them underestimate you, let them think you fell off, let them believe you're not doing enough. That's the advantage. When nobody expects anything from you, the pressure is off, and that's when you can work freely. That's when you can fail quietly, learn deeply, and come back stronger without an audience watching your every move. One day they'll ask how you did it. One day they'll say you came out of nowhere, but you know the truth. You were never nowhere. You were just silent. You were just consistent. You were just committed when nobody was paying attention. So stop explaining yourself. Lock in and let the work speak when you arrive. They didn't see you when you were struggling, but they quick to judge you while you're growing. They doubted you, laughed at you, dismissed you like you were nothing special. Let me tell you something. That disrespect didn't come to destroy you. It came to activate you. Pain is not punishment. Pain is preparation. Every time somebody counted you out, they handed you fuel. The question is, what did you do with it? Did you let it make you bitter, or did you let it make you better? See, some people fold under doubt. They internalize it. They start believing what others say about them. But champions, they convert it. They take that same negativity and turn it into relentless energy. When they say you can't, you train harder. When they say you're not ready, you get sharper. When they overlook you, you outgrow them. You don't complain about the weight. You get stronger so the weight doesn't matter anymore. Understand, this pressure is not the enemy, comfort is. Pressure exposes what you're made of. Pressure forces growth. Diamonds don't come from easy environments. They come from being pushed, squeezed, and tested. So when life tightens up on you, when the disrespect gets loud, when the doubt feels heavy, don't run from it. Lean into it, use it, let it harden your discipline and sharpen your focus. You gotta stop asking why me and start saying watch me. Watch me show up when I'm tired. Watch me stay consistent when motivation is gone. Watch me build when nobody believes. That's how you flip the script. Not by proving them wrong with words, but by proving them wrong with stamina. Anybody can look good when it's easy. Real ones shine when it's hard. And let me be clear, this ain't about revenge. This is about evolution. You don't win by tearing others down. You win by rising so high they can't ignore you anymore. You don't need to announce your comeback. You don't need to remind them who doubted you. Just keep stacking days. Keep stacking effort. Keep stacking growth. Eventually, the same people who doubted you will be trying to figure out how you did it. There will be nights when the disrespect plays in your head. Good. Use that moment to go harder. There will be moments when you feel underestimated. Perfect. That's when you work in silence and let the results catch them off guard. Every setback, every insult, every closed door. Add it to the fire. Don't waste pain. Pain is expensive. Make it pay you back in progress. Because one day, that same doubt that tried to stop you will be the proof that you were built for this. And your success will be the loudest response they never saw coming. Let me tell you where most people mess up. They fall in love with being seen instead of being solid. They want applause before they earn excellence. They want recognition before they master repetition. But real growth doesn't happen on stages. It happens in shadows. It happens when nobody is watching, when nobody is cheering, when nobody is checking for you. And if you can't commit to the process without applause, you'll quit the moment the noise fades. See, the process is boring. It's repetitive. It's waking up and doing the same thing again when yesterday didn't reward you. It's training when you're tired. It's studying when you don't feel like it. It's showing up when motivation disappeared a long time ago. That's why most people don't last, because the process doesn't stroke your ego. It humbles you, it exposes your weaknesses, and it demands discipline over feelings. You gotta understand this feelings lie, motivation lies, applause lies. But habits don't. Discipline doesn't. Consistency doesn't. When you fall in love with the process, you stop needing somebody to tell you you're doing good. You already know because you showed up. You already won the day because you honored the commitment you made to yourself. That's power. A lot of people want success, but they don't respect the daily grind it requires. They want the outcome without the obedience. They want the reward without the routine, but the process is what qualifies you. The process builds your character before it builds your results. It teaches patience, it teaches resilience, it teaches you how to keep moving even when progress feels invisible. And that's the difference between people who talk about winning and people who actually do it. Stop chasing validation. Stop checking who's watching. Stop measuring your growth by likes, views, or approval. Some of the most important work you'll ever do won't be applauded by anybody. Some of your biggest breakthroughs will happen quietly, and that's okay, because when you master the process, success has no choice but to find you. You don't rush greatness, you earn it brick by brick, day by day, rep by rep. And sometimes it feels like you're doing everything right and nothing is changing. But let me tell you, something is changing, you're changing, your mindset is changing, your standards are changing. Your tolerance for excuses is disappearing. And one day, all those invisible days will show up in visible results. Fall in love with becoming, not being praised. Fall in love with growth, not recognition, because applause is temporary, but discipline pays forever. When the lights come on and the world finally notices you, it won't be luck. It won't be talent. It'll be the process you committed to when nobody cared. So stay locked in. Stay disciplined. Respect the grind even when it's quiet, because the process you honor today is the success that will speak for you tomorrow. At the end of the day, results don't need a microphone. You can argue all you want, explain all you want, post all you want, but none of that compares to outcomes. Results walk into the room before you do. Results introduce you without you saying a word. That's why you don't have to chase respect. You earn it. When the work is real, the proof is undeniable. See, people love opinions because opinions are cheap. Everybody got one, but results cost something. Results cost mornings when you wanted to sleep in. Results cost discipline when motivation was nowhere to be found. Results cost sacrifice, patience, and a level of consistency most people aren't willing to pay. That's why results speak louder than anything you could ever say, because they carry the weight of what you survived to get them. You don't need to go back and remind people who doubted you. You don't need to replay old conversations. You don't need to say, "I told you so." When you win, the silence says enough. When you grow, the glow tells the story. When you elevate, the distance explains everything. Your success will answer questions nobody has the courage to ask out loud. Understand this: when you let success speak, it changes the way people hear you. The same words that were ignored before suddenly matter. The same ideas that were doubted before suddenly make sense, not because you changed your voice, but because your results gave it authority. People don't respect potential, they respect proof, and let me be real with you. Success will make some people uncomfortable, not because you're loud, but because your progress reminds them of what they didn't do. That's why you stay humble. That's why you stay focused. That's why you keep your head down and your standards high. You don't let success make you sloppy. You let it make you sharper. There's a difference between flexing and finishing. Flexing is loud, finishing is final. Flexing needs attention, finishing needs nothing. When you finish, when you deliver, when you become consistent at a high level, the noise dies down. The arguments stop, the doubt fades, not because people changed, but because your results left no room for debate. You gotta let your life be the evidence. Let your discipline show. Let your growth speak. Let your consistency make the statement. When people look at you and can't deny the progress, that's when you've won. Not the moment you get applause, but the moment your work stands on its own. So don't rush the moment. Don't force the recognition. Keep stacking results quietly, deliberately, relentlessly. Because when success finally speaks, it doesn't whisper, it echoes.